Maggie and I are in Yosemite National Park, and we are starting a 4-day backpacking trip. This is really exciting. One of the most beautiful places in the world. So let's do it.
Making my way downtown, walking.
So this does not feel like day one energy here. We did 10 miles this morning. I'm incredibly shiny because I'm covered in DEET and sunscreen, learning lessons from yesterday. This is the earliest break Maggie and I have ever taken. Or maybe anyone has ever taken. We're a mile in. Should also mention that we are currently hiking the John Muir Trail. How cool is that? Hiking the John Muir Trail through Yosemite. I mean, that's a bucket list thing in and of itself. We're getting beautiful colors up there hitting the cliffs right now. All right, we have found Cathedral Lakes in an area to set up. It is gorgeous here. Sun's lighting up, granite on the other side of the lake. What a spot to camp. Wow, now this is some unreal Sierra backpacking. My first time in the Sierras. I get it. Hiker heaven. It's crazy there's still snow up there. What do you think about this spot, Max?
I like it.
You like it? Why do you get the head net up?
Why not? I carry it every single hiking trip.
True. I mean, I am proud to announce that I have used it once in my life. Once.
Why not use it?
Because here's why. Great reason. I like to have the mental thing in the back of my mind that there's still another level that I can go to if things get worse.
I'll tell you what, worse is now.
Okay, you're not buying it at all. Maggie shut it down right away. All right, so I'm doing dinner here. Maggie's doing the tent. It's just, I want to say that it's just super surreal to be here in Yosemite. One of those places that I absolutely heard about so much growing up. And I wanted to see it in the right way. I wanted to see it in the right moment and do it right. And I'm so glad that I came here with Maggie, you know. I do so many solo trips, but there's certain places that I don't want to necessarily see alone, for the first time at least. Yosemite is absolutely one of those places. Like, my mom was telling me stories growing up about how they were hiking with my dad up in Yosemite, and my dad wanted to, you know, take a shortcut, and of course it wasn't a shortcut, and they got crazy lost, and they ended up hiking down at night past like a bear cave. My mom's freaking out. So it's just, you know, those stories stick with you. They just stick with me, and to be now living it is pretty cool. Look at this raven. Step 5 feet away from the food. Raven moving on in. They're so smart, by the way. One of the smartest birds there is. All right. I got fettuccine Alfredo here tonight. Peak 3 fuel. They're pretty good. Don't weigh too much, and they taste almost like real meals, which is pretty cool. What she got? She has a wild mushroom fettuccine alfredo. I'm saying it because she's not ready. She's told me 12 times. She's not camera ready, she said. Wild mushroom fettuccine alfredo sounds awful.
You're always judging. Like, what if people like mushrooms?
They do. They do. Hikers love mushrooms. That's a fact. Maggie has your mushroom stroganoff or whatever the hell it is.
Mushroom fettuccine, and it's delicious. It's maybe my favorite meal.
That's your favorite. That's your favorite backpack meal right there?
I think so. Maybe even bumps pad thai out.
Pad thai? Never thought I'd see the day. Big words. Big words from Maggie. Well, good morning. Welcome to day 2. Morning coffee from Yosemite National Park. This is a magnificent spot to have coffee. Trying to figure out what the plan is for today. Go further, I think, on the JMT and camp near the base of Cloud's Rest, I think, so that we're in good position to summit that on day 3.
It's pins and needles cold right now.
Wow.
But in a sunspot, or the backdrop, it's really nice.
We're all packed up here. Day 2 underway.
Whew.
It's another bluebird day. So just a couple things to note. If you're planning on coming out here at this time of year, just know this is the worst time for mosquitoes. A lot of people hiking around with head nets. So that's one difficult thing about this trip. The other is the heat. You know, I think the high is like the mid-90s every day. So I just noticed that Maggie and I both have, you know, I got my New Hampshire hat, both from the same completely random store up in Errol, New Hampshire. Toys for adults with this one? Oh, that sounds horrible. What's their slogan?
like the store for toys for big boys and girls.
That's what they say up there?
Something like that.
LL Cody up in
And it's more than random. It's a special store. Worth visiting.
It's a great store, but you know, no one has been there.
Worth visiting wherever you are.
I'd like to go there and get some food right now.
Go to Errol, New Hampshire.
Yeah, go to Northern Exposure. Get a sandwich over there. Anyways, shout out Errol, New Hampshire. Not one person knows what that is. Well, we got beautiful meadows here. Great breeze. This is ideal. Well, we could not possibly find a better place to take our lunch break. Look at this view. I'm doing ramen and beef jerky. What'd you have?
Bars and candy.
Bars and candy. The candy was my favorite part. Sour Patch watermelon, never go hiking without it. That's my #1 tip. Ooh, it is hot. Hot, hot, hot. You know, Yosemite doesn't have a lot of the really cool wildlife places like Yellowstone has and the Rockies. But the wildlife that they do have is like super prevalent. Like we're just seeing wildlife all over the place. Deer all the time. I ran into a black bear in the last trip we just did. Now what we do have to watch out for a little bit in Yosemite is rattlesnakes. We are climbing here, just finally found our turn off for the Sunrise Lakes Trail. That tree is going to create some noise when it finally falls. It is just baking hot right now. Baking hot. Dry. I feel like SpongeBob when he visits Sandy's house. This is that point of the hike where like, it's better where I just don't say anything to Maggie because she might be pretty upset right now. I'll just wait till we get to a nice shady area, then check in. Somehow, some way, there is snow here, despite it being 100 degrees. Maggie's dead.
Broken, definitely. Dry.
There are some really cool campsites just on the granite here overlooking the lake. I'm just not sure if we're gonna take it because I think tomorrow's a 10-mile day. I don't love the idea of adding at least 4 miles to that. We want to stop here because we're pretty beat. Just trek through the sun all day, but I don't know. We'll see what we do.
Maybe like half a mile left.
To here.
Yeah.
And then this whole thing is 2.2. Maggie just lied on that rock and complained to me for 20 minutes. I was like, I wish I was recording. She was saying the funniest things. Like just super quiet all day and then like just ask her a question how she's doing. Horrible. She didn't say that, but like that's how it is.
It's bad.
We made the decision to continue on a couple miles to an area where we were told there's some camping options, and it puts us right in a good position to do Clouds Rest the following day. You could just do like one of those Olympic things where they jump over the high pole.
Yeah, right.
Ooh! Oh, I thought you were a goner. Check out this boulder that just split in two. Alright, so we have found a good spot with an established fire ring here. We're in the woods. I like the fact that we got some big Northern California trees here.
I think away is up.
Away is up? What does that mean?
You know, we were like the one towards me is up.
Oh, the one closer to you? Yeah, it might be. All right, Maggie's having her famous pad thai tonight. First of all, I can't believe you only brought one pad thai. Why not bring 4 pad thais?
I liked my other options. I forget what I had. The mushroom Alfredo was good.
Mushroom Alfredo? So I'm doing spaghetti. This is my favorite spaghetti right here.
That looks good.
But I'm the type of person that would get 4 spaghettis.
Indeed.
For the same reason I eat chicken parm every night. I really think that, like, from experience, hiking in like 90-degree heat, it's almost like for every mile you're hiking 2 miles. Yeah. It's really like twice as hard when the heat is just bearing down and your body's getting worn down. And then everything that comes with that. Mosquitoes, horseflies, thirst. Yeah. Like, it's just, there's all these other things that come along with that. There's always something, if you're hiking in the late fall, like you're dealing with cold and lack of sunlight. Like, we have plenty of sunlight, so that's a good thing. But the bad thing is just, yeah, extreme heat. It's supposed to be 10 miles, and what did yours say?
It said 14. It's always over.
Hers said 14. I put it down to 12. Yeah. And like, we took a break at one point, and Maggie was definitely yeah, just a lot of funny things that I wish I was filming. But I knew it because you were quiet, and I was like, just don't even talk to Maggie right now. You know what really helped? Sour Patch watermelon. I feel like that gets me through these tough times. Sour Patch watermelon. Yeah, but today still found a way to beat us up. But gorgeous. Hiking through the heart of Yosemite. So it's nice to finally just be out here and hanging out, relaxing by the fire, having some food and whiskey. So the thing that I like about this campsite, this camp area here, is that we are the only people out here. Whereas by the lake or some of the other designated backcountry campgrounds out here, you're with a whole ton of people, which can be cool. They're in great areas, but this is my thing right here. Good morning and welcome to day 3. Maggie's up. Earliest I've ever seen her up on a camping trip.
So rude.
Alright, we're all packed up. We are going straight over Clouds Rest and dropping down into Yosemite Valley for an extra night in the backcountry. Alright, we are on the Clouds Rest Trail. Hello, how's it going?
Not too bad, yeah?
Just gonna say, since we're on the Clouds Rest Trail, you're gonna run into a lot of other hikers, as not only is this a backpacking route, but it's very much a day hiking route, as it is accessible from, I think, the Sunrise Trailhead or a couple others. So gonna get a lot of hikers up there, but get all that activity up there for good reason. This is supposed to be one of the world's iconic views. And we have made it to Clouds Rest. Wow. High five.
I gotta take my hat off.
What'd you think of that, Max? What do you think of this?
I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it? You weren't a little scared?
I like it.
Yeah, me neither.
I can tell, by the way, like, you totally stiffen up.
I wasn't stiffening up. All right, so here we are, the pinnacle, the very top of Clouds Rest, overlooking all of Yosemite and the Sierra Nevada mountains. This is a life-changing moment, something you gotta really take in. One of the things that I'm trying to teach myself and get over is just because you're afraid of something, it doesn't mean you don't do it. I am terrified of heights, especially some of that ridge hiking. You know, Maggie and I have gone skydiving multiple times, and I'm petrified every time, but I believe in living your life. So I encourage people to get out and see the world and see places like this, Yosemite National Park. All right, we're dropping down here. Good amount. We have a ton of dropping down to do, all the way from where we just were, all the way down to the valley floor. But it's just dropping down, dropping down, dropping down for the next 2 days here. Man, this is some intense dropping down. I can't imagine going up this way. Just be prepared for the switchbacks of a lifetime, all the way up to the top. I love this forest that we're hiking down. This whole hike today has been unbelievable, the whole thing. The alpine part, clearly Clouds Rest, dropping down into Yosemite Valley with the views of Half Dome, and just hiking through this incredible forest right now. Like, I love this stuff. I don't know, some people might look to just move through the forest. I love it. Big, old trees. Every pine cone is bigger than a softball. It's just one of those magical California forests.
God, plague.
Rude. Go give you the plague for that comment. I mean, wow. A lot of squirrel action here. A lot of squirrel action. Now that's content. Where is this frickin' place, huh? Feels like I've been hiking for days. All right, we have made it to our backcountry campground here. At last, they got bear lockers. We got some good tent sites here in a cool forest, and there's swimming. Oh my God. Backcountry campground with a swimming hole. Not bad. This is some awesome camping in here. I don't care, there's a lot of people here. This is a really cool backcountry campground. Big, huge trees. That tree right there is humongous. The squirrel behind Maggie going nuts. You see what he did?
No,
He
I
went
heard him.
without, he went bing, 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 bing. We're like just jumping from log to log. He's trying to snag.
I think that's going to be an issue.
He's trying to snag some of your food you're not paying attention to.
I was not paying attention.
Yeah, you can be got right now. Just saw my first rattlesnake. It's the worst moment of the trip right now because it's my final meal. I'm at my hungriest, right? Day after day, I get hungrier and hungrier and want real food. And I just realized that this thing is filled with mushrooms, and I hate mushrooms. Hate. I don't know why when I bought it, I didn't see that there's pictures of mushrooms all over it. There's chicken and rice and vegetables. So I was like, okay, there's some random vegetables in there. But I didn't see the giant mushrooms. And I know everybody watching this is gonna say, "Ooh, mushrooms are great." They're not. They're not. My final meal. And I think I'm gonna have to eat it anyways. I was just telling Maggie, this is what I get for changing it up. I should have just gone spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti every single night because I love it. Why take a chance? And I've learned my lesson to never take chances with food.
You'll only eat spaghetti from here on out.
Spaghetti and chicken parm, rest of my life. Lesson learned. Look and act natural.
What?
I said, act natural. What did you think of today?
I liked it a lot.
Best day of the trip?
I think so. I really enjoyed Cloud's Rest. Don't get them to come in. Don't get them to come in.
He's gonna go for this. I will.
But what if he actually does it? Then we'll have to suffocate.
He's saying like a story. See how he went for that?
Cheese bones.
He went for that. Try it again.
No.
It's way brighter than you think it is.
Not good. I wasn't expecting
Yeah,
this.
it does look like being abducted, doesn't it? I'm just gonna pretend to like not be blinded right now.
With that, my face looks like a mole.
A mole?
Yeah.
We saw a mole today.
You did.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that is the end of day 3. Good morning, and welcome to day 4. Alright, we are all packed up and we're heading out. Just after 6 a.m., we are hitting the trail, the John Muir Trail, just under 5 miles to continue our drop down to the bottom of Yosemite Valley. Look at how fast Maggie is moving. She's excited for food, I think, and showers. God, never seen her move so quick. There's just something so, something magical about this place. It's in the air. Maybe it's not just the sights and the sounds. I think it's the memories. Like, we've been talking to so many people along the trail, and you know, they'll run into you and they're super excited to ask where you're going and share their stories and their history here. My sister worked here, you know, my mom worked here. You know, someone telling us a story in 1993. You know, we got stuck up in the dark and had to find our way home, and just Yosemite's it's just, it feels like it's also just a place of memories, and you can kind of feel it. The beauty and the history just seems to echo off these mountain walls. That waterfall back there reminds me of the waterfall that Sassy falls down in Homeward Bound. Love that movie. It's just crazy the size of these walls. Like, they look crazy in pictures, right? Well, that's how you know in person. It's mind-blowing, like surrounded by sheer cliffs that go straight up for thousands of feet, and then beyond them, higher cliffs that go even further. Man, Yosemite is different. I mean, where is Maggie at this point? She's nowhere in sight. Could barely walk for 4 days, and now she's doing cartwheels to the finish line. Maggie just said 1 more mile and then ran away from me. All right, we have made it back to the car somehow. We got a bus all the way back up here to Tuolumne Meadows. I got this awesome new hat. This was absolutely a trip of a lifetime. Forever grateful that I had an experience like this and that you guys came along for the ride. I wouldn't have been able to do it without the best hiking partner in the world, constantly making fun of me and giving me a hard time off camera. Hearing my mom and dad's stories about Yosemite, now being able to live that. So this trip is totally dedicated to them. And thank you so much for watching, guys.